about pop art. Do you have any idea what pop art is?
Like art that like pops up.
Kind of, yeah. So it does like really grab your attention. When you think about pop art, you might think about like comics. If you think back to the old days of the newspaper, there's a lot of comics that are in there, and they're things that really pop out. They really stand out. You know, it grabs your attention. It makes you look at it, and you see what's on there. So pop art. There's a couple of pop artists that are really famous. Do you know any of them?
No.
No idea? There's Andy Warhol, and he does some pop art about things that are going on, well he used to, about things that are going on in the world. So like famous celebrities. Things that, you know, are really popular, like things that you buy. If you've seen the Campbell's soup can, he does things about soup. He took these like really common everyday things and he put some crazy colors into them. He printed them, and he made some art with them. Do you know Roy Lichtenstein?
No.
So that's kind of my inspiration for today. He took the inspiration from newspapers, the comics that you see, the ones that are printed, and he really like pushed them. So what do you see all over my face?
A bunch of tiny dots.
Dots, right? Do you know why? Why he would paint those dots?
No.
So on a newspaper, it's not as easy to just print. What they would do when they printed on newspaper, they would start with white, like the white paper, and then they printed these little red dots. Why do you think they did that? I know mine are white, but what color does red and white make?
Pink.
Pink? So what do you think he was trying to create?
Pink.
Pink. So like for like a certain kind of skin color. So his inspiration was to take these little dots. On newspapers, they would have these little dots to kind of create these new colors, and he kind of blew it up. He did these really exaggerated dots, and had these really dramatic poses, like, oh no, oh Jeffrey. And he did like this crazy stuff. So that's our inspiration. That's like Pop Art 101 thrown into a couple of minutes. We're gonna take that. We're gonna take that inspiration and we're gonna apply it to our 100 subscriber art project. We're gonna turn this 100 into pop art. So you do not have to do a 100. You draw whatever you want. You can think about speech bubbles like kapow, or what other words do you see in comic books? Okay, let's get started. Ready? We have our 100. Again, you do whatever word or number that you want to do. You could even draw a picture if you wanted. So the first thing, we're gonna sketch some stuff out. So we're gonna grab a pencil to do that. We are going to think about like kapow or wow. We're gonna make it super dramatic. So we're gonna think about like these long triangles. I like to make it even, so I'll find the middle and start there and maybe do the sides. And then we're gonna just keep going around. So maybe in the middle of these we have some. They should be bigger and smaller, so these are about the same size, so I would say the next one make it smaller. So that it's really dramatic, kind of like a really crazy star. Okay, then we're gonna connect them with some smaller ones, or skinnier ones. Some shorter ones. Just gonna keep connecting. Kapow! It already looks like something out of a comic book. All right, and we can keep going. So maybe we do some like longer ones. We'll do some different colors with this once we get our colors out. Some of it will go off the page, which is awesome. I'm gonna take a Sharpie or a black marker to trace it. So if you think about comic books or newspapers, you have these really dramatic lines so that people can see it. So we are gonna take a black Sharpie and we're gonna go ahead and trace around our pencil marks. Okay, so we have tons of colors to choose from. We can do any crayon that we're thinking. We can have markers, so if you have colored pencils, that works. Whatever works for you, I suggest you use what you have. We are going to start with the 100. So we're gonna start in the center. We're gonna pick a color for the 100. What color should we choose? Something bright. A lot of times the colors that you see are the primary colors and the secondary colors. So not like these intermediate colors, not the colors in between. We see like yellows and reds and blues.
Yes.
You could do red. We can do red for the inside. Let's go ahead. Outline the edges first. It kind of gives you a buffer so that you can do the rest of it. And you can also think about complementary colors, colors that are across from each other on the color wheel. Kapow! All right, it's already looking like pop art. And then we're gonna go ahead and add the next color. So I'm thinking yellow for this one. So we have red, thinking about our next primary color. Let's add some
I
yellow.
would say green would look really good, but I think yellow would look good too.
We want to make this more like pop art, so we're gonna try out these dots. Ooh, you got a hand cramp?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Kapow! Alright, woohoo! We did it! Oh yeah, oh yeah. 100 subscribers, look! Woo-hoo! How do you think it turned out?
Awesome.
Yeah, I think it was worth it. Even though it's kind of hard, it'd be probably a lot easier if you had a smaller piece of paper and paint. If you had paint and a Q-tip, that would be fun to do. We might do that another time. We do a different project. All right, so it's also almost Halloween, so you could do your own pop art, costume. It's really easy to do. Just paint some dots on your face. You can do it at home.
I think this is really fun, and you guys should tell your friends and family about our YouTube channel and the things that we do. And please like and subscribe and hit the bell button.
Yes, thank you to everybody who made 100 possible. I know it's a small number, but it's exciting for us. I hope my students are loving these videos and getting some art knowledge out of it.
Adios, Salicati!